Live. So in my cast iron skillet, I just have bell pepper and red onion right now, and tonight we're gonna make taco bowls. And it's really easy. Like, this is one of the easiest things. I know it's not Tuesday, but I was gone on Tuesday, so today's Wednesday and we're having taco bowls. I made rice earlier, and I have it over on Keep Warm in the crock pot, and we will be pulling that out shortly. For my rice, I just used jasmine rice, but you can use whatever rice that you enjoy the most. If you like the yellow Spanish rice, use that, or brown rice, any rice, whatever you like. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'm going to grab just a little bit of olive oil. So people get a little bit excited when we use olive oil. Don't forget that Mark's Uncle Harry was a Greek man, and they made their own olive oil. So we're just not really shy about olive oil the way that other people are. But if you prefer to use lard or tallow, by all means, do it. I don't like to use tallow because I think it has a flavor, and lard is more clean. All right, so I'm just going to grab a wooden spatula. Okay, so I have my meat, and this is just really, really finely cut chuck roast. You can use ribeye, you can use whatever you want, but this is just really, really, it's not ground. It is not quite minced, but it's in between those two things. A little rougher than minced even. It's little tiny, hold on, I'll show you. It's like the roughest grind that you can get. See, it's like not quite minced. It's definitely not ground, but it's not big strips either. It's just like diced, I guess, finely diced. Woo, I'm gonna scooch it back so you can hear me. Okay, now, if you have any questions, you can ask them and I'll be able to see you. Ask them, because I'm going to stand back here and look at the live chat. And if the peppers and onions are too loud, I'm sorry. Let me show you what I made for a sauce. So this is mayonnaise, sriracha sauce, and our taco seasoning blend. If our taco seasoning blend may be on our Instagram, it is for sure in the first cook. But so that's what this is, and it's literally just to taste. So I can't tell you a measurement that you need. Get you some mayonnaise, add you some sriracha, add you some taco seasoning blend, whatever taco seasoning blend you like, whether it's ours or not, until you think, oh my gosh, that tastes great. I'm going to leave it like that. Now let me see. I may grab a lid and put on this so it'll steam and go down faster. Are you like me? Do you have like 33 Blue Million lids and you don't even know exactly which things that they fit? Because I'm definitely that way. Now let me show you this meat again. So it's not ground and it's not minced, but it's not strips. Do you see? So you can use ground by all means, if that's what you like the best, use it. But for this particular dish, I don't like strips and I don't like ground beef. Sorry for showing you the blood. I know that grosses some people out. Okay. And all you need to make this meal literally is rice, which I cooked in my slow cooker, peppers and onions if you like them, the meat, however you like it, if it's ground, if it's minced, if it's finely diced, or even strips, it doesn't matter. Taco seasoning and a sauce, whatever sauce you like. If you like, regular taco sauce, by all means use that, but I like this mayonnaise blend the best. It smells like heaven in the house. So, one trick I can tell you that I have always adhered to is if you don't know what you're making for supper, go ahead and get out an onion and some garlic and some hard butter or olive oil, because all the best food in the world starts with those things. And then start to soften the onions and the garlic in the fat, whatever fat you choose to use, whether it's olive oil, tallow, lard, or butter. And the rest of it will come to you as soon as your senses are triggered by those wonderful smells. If it doesn't, just dump some home canned tomatoes in it, and you got pasta sauce, boil some noodles, and you're done. You got a marinara, which I showed you guys how to do that the other day. We use it. You can turn it into tomato soup or whatever. I just got to get these to soften down a little bit more. The peppers are hanging on to it. So if you remember, these are leftover peppers from making meatloaf. Again, I'm telling you, first of all, if you grow bell peppers, freeze a bunch. If you find bell peppers on sale, freeze a bunch. If you're using bell pepper to make one recipe and you have purchased a fresh bell pepper and there's some left, freeze it. Freeze whatever is left. Never waste a pepper of any kind. And the same with onion. If you have leftover onions, say a recipe calls for only half of an onion. Well, onion's not really good if you just put it in the refrigerator and wait till tomorrow. It gets strong, I think, overnight. But if you dice it or slice it, lay it out on a sheet pan and freeze it, it stays sweet. And then you can reuse it whenever you need to. Aha. Look how beautiful. So, just keep that in the back of your mind. Also, whenever you're processing like beef or venison or chicken or whatever, don't put it in a wad in your freezer bag. So we vacuum seal everything. We roll it out flat and we freeze it. If it's like chicken breasts, we put them in a single layer. If it's, anything is in a single layer only so that it thaws faster and not in a chunk. That the meat that you see that I showed you earlier was obviously quickly handled and not done that way. Now I'm going to put that meat in here because it is still the slightest bit frozen. But that's okay. It's still going to make dinner. We're still going to be done quickly. See, it's not perfectly thawed. It's okay though. And if you prefer to use jalapenos or poblanos, we also have those and we use those a lot too, but today I just grabbed that leftover bell pepper. You can use whatever pepper you like. You can use chicken or pork or whatever meat you like. I just hadn't made meat in a couple days, and I felt like everybody was hangry for some beef. Except me, I'm not eating it. I'm gonna have sweet potato taco bowls. Sweet potato, in case you haven't noticed, that is like my go-to. Sweet potatoes, oatmeal, rice. Those are so easy. They don't require a lot of effort. And so that's what I reach for often if I don't want the meat that's being prepared. So be sure, if you're with us, that you're subscribed to the channel and turn on notifications so that every time we go live, you are notified and can come and join us. And I'm not going to add the taco seasoning just yet. I'll add it in just a few minutes after I get this meat completely thawed out. So you can see it's not a burger. It's not ground beef. It's becoming more apparent as it thaws, huh? In just a second, I'll grab the taco seasoning and we will get busy seasoning this up. I also need to grab out the garlic powder because can I just tell you that everything that I make has an extra dose of garlic powder no matter what it is, out of habit. Also, I haven't seasoned this with salt yet, so I'm going to grab some. That seems like a bit much. I promise you it is not. You have to season things. Unseasoned food is yucky. See, it's still frozen pretty good because it got quickly handled and we didn't roll it out flat. Sometimes we do that. If we have like, you know, hundreds of pounds that we're handling, we just get towards the end of it and we're like, my gosh, I am so done with this. And we quit doing it the right way. So, word to the wise, when you're processing meat and you get tired, put it in the refrigerator. Don't keep pressing on thinking, I'm going to do it all today and I won't have anything to do tomorrow, because you're going to get tired. And when you get tired, you're going to start half doing it and then it's going to take longer to thaw. Yes, look at those onions. They're getting color now. And this way of doing meat too, you literally are just taking 2 knives. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me zoom out. You're taking 2 knives and you're like laying strips that you've cut on the cutting board and you're just like chopping the crap out of them. It's so easy. And you don't have to clean a grinder. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not all evenly, you know, you look for it not to be like huge difference in size of stuff, but you're also not worried about it being perfect. In case you haven't picked up on that theme, nothing is ever perfect around here. Okay, I'm gonna grab a taco seasoning. I'm also gonna show you how you know when it's time for me to make more taco seasoning. So this one you can see is almost gone. And this one is about half or 3/4. That means it's time for more taco seasoning. It is an herb blend, or not an herb blend, but a seasoning blend we use a lot. I know it looks like I just put a ton on. I promise you I didn't. Do it to your taste. Taste as you go. So before I decide I'm completely done with this, in a few minutes after this is cooked, I will taste it and then I'll be like, I need to add more. I promise you I will. Also gotta grab a little bit of garlic powder. Yes, yes, yes. So have you guys, if you're here and you've been following along, have you made any of the recipes? I see Summer has commented. Hey Summer, how are you? It does smell really, really good. I'm telling you, when you start sauteing peppers and onions, or onions and garlic, your meal idea will come to you without fail. It will come to you. And I gotta look and see if I have any fresh cilantro. So cilantro is a cold weather thing, and I had some out there, but I think this last little freeze the other night may have gotten it, so I gotta go look if I have any fresh left. If not, I'll have to pull out some frozen if they want me to make a chimichurri sauce, but they may not. Yes, look how good this looks. So this is, again, this isn't ground beef. This is like minced beef. And there's a technical term for it. I can't remember if it's piccata or what it's actually called, but I call it really finely chopped, but not ground. There we go. Okay. This definitely needs some more seasoning. It smells great, but I know for a fact that it is not quite what I'm looking for, because I can tell by the way it smells. The more you cook, the more accustomed to knowing what things should smell like you'll be. And then you'll be able to smell things and know when it's time to add more seasoning. Let me grab the garlic powder. If you want to know how to make homegrown garlic powder, it's really easy. Grow some garlic. You could buy garlic, of course. Peel it, slice it, dehydrate it, and then grind it. And then you just grind it with a spice grinder until it's really, really fine. You can use a Ninja, you can use a blender. You just have to keep going until it's actually powder. Bella, no, you can't have that. Sorry, I tossed out an onion and one of my puppy dogs came looking for food tax. In a minute, you'll get some cheese tax. Okay, now I'm gonna taste it because I'm thinking it needs more salt. Just by how much I know I put in there. So to figure that out, I'm just gonna grab up a little bit of the meat and taste it. It's actually perfect. Okay, who's ready to see how fast this was, first of all, guys? So who's ready to put this together with me? We've been cooking now for about, 20 minutes? And I'm ready to plate it up. And I'll talk to you about my sauce again that I'm gonna put on it. And of course I did make the rice in the crock pot, and I started it a little bit earlier. But let me go grab a bowl with rice and I'll show you what we're gonna do. Okay, got a bowl with rice. Next, I was showing this earlier. This is literally mayonnaise, sriracha, and taco seasoning blend to taste. I'm gonna just take this and spoon it over the rice first. Just like this. And then I'm gonna grab my meat, onion, and pepper mixture that's been seasoned with the taco blend and put it over. Let me zoom you out so you can see what I'm doing. And now I'm gonna grab some more of the sauce. And I gotta grab the sour cream. Let me grab it. Am I just missing it? What you gonna need sour cream with? Peanut. Ha ha, just kidding. I don't have sour cream ready. So instead, I'm gonna take just a squirt of lime juice. And put over it. So there you have it. Normally I would make a lime crema, but since I don't have any sour cream, I couldn't show you how to do that. So it's just the lime juice. All right, so this is gonna be their dinner. And with the leftover rice, I will be making sweet rice for dessert. If you don't know what sweet rice is, ask me on Instagram. We'll catch you on the flip side, guys.